Hello. What am I doing for me? In what ways am I paying attention to my needs and de-stressing after each clinical and birth day? So at my new placement, I feel like I'm treated much more as a primary student. I have more opportunities to do things, and I'm presented to the client as more competent. I feel like I'm respected more as a student. Um, so all of those already help me to feel less stress. Um, but I think it's really important. I always put sleep as a priority, even when the house is clean or the dishes need to be done or there's laundry or there's homework. I always put sleep first. And so when I get home from a birth, sometimes I'll shower and then just go straight to bed. Sometimes I'll get home from a birth and just go straight to bed because I know that I need to sleep. So that's definitely my priority to staying on top of my stress. What challenges have I encountered this semester in balancing the demands of midwifery and personal life? What resources have I sought to help me, and how am I meeting that challenge? So 2 weeks ago, our landlord sent us an email notifying us that we needed to vacate the premises within 60 days because they had sold the house. We didn't even know that the house was on the market. So that was a big surprise and devastating. So we've been forced to find a new place to live. We chose to apply to buy a house, not knowing if we'd get accepted or not. And we did. So we've been house hunting, which has been really stressful. And this is our first time ever buying a house, so it should be exciting going and looking at houses and stuff. And we had set up a couple of appointments to go view some homes, and of course I got called into a birth, and so I wasn't able to make it, which was disappointing. But I trust my husband's judgment, and I knew he'd take pictures, and so that was something that I just kind of had to let go. And in trying to balance the stress and work through everything, I have had to allow others to help me, and that's been great. What is my clinical and creative strategy to help detox the stress? I really enjoy taking a bath. I love baths all the time. I love spending time with my husband and my children, just being together as a family. One thing that helps me to stay on top of the stress is to not get behind on my to-do list. So with homework, every Monday I make sure that I'm done with all of the homework through the end of the week, so then when things come up, I'm not worried that I'm not done with my homework and that I'm going to get behind. And so just being able to stay on top of that helps me to not be stressed more than anything. What patterns have I noticed in my personal and professional practices that hinder or help? So we had a birth a week or so ago, and the midwife, said, "Hey, do you want a primary birth?" And I said, "Yes, of course, I'd love to." So we get there, and the client had expressed that she didn't want me to catch her baby. She wanted the midwife to catch her baby. So that was really disappointing and disheartening. So, no big deal. Okay, great. So we leave the room and, kind of go back and chart and regroup. And she says, just because I'm catching her baby doesn't mean you can't primary the birth. Dads catch all the time. She's like, you just manage the birth and, you stay on top of it. And afterwards we can regroup and see if it counted as a primary for you. So afterwards, she's like, "Clarissa, you didn't do anything. You can't catch that as a primary." And I knew, and I was like, I know, I just felt like she wanted you to catch her baby. So, I just felt like I was in the way. So I was trying really hard to be invisible. And I knew that she liked you more. And so I was just kind of trying to stay out of the way. And that was my own thing. I felt like she didn't like me as much, and so I shouldn't be there, which was ridiculous because I knew she liked me. She just didn't know me as well, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I definitely recognize that that's something that I am self-conscious about. If I feel like somebody doesn't like me or doesn't want me there, I don't want to be there. But I'm very skilled and I'm very competent and I have a lot to give. And if clients don't like me, that's okay. I just gotta work through it. What do I really want from this semester in terms of juggling my energy, time, and commitment? I don't know. I just want to be successful. I just want to proceed. I feel like that's the question that everyone asks. What do you want to do when you graduate? It's like, I just want to graduate. I don't know. I just want to get there. That's my goal, is just to get there. So yeah, I just really want to make it through the semester. That's my goal. Who do I plan to turn to if the stress interferes with my balancing my home life and student responsibilities? Who's my support person at home or in my personal life? Who are my support people at MCU? So my husband, of course, always helps me. I feel like my preceptors are very understanding. They're all family people, you know, a couple of them are single moms, and so they get it, and I'm not going to hesitate to reach out to them if needed. What stress coping mechanisms do I have in place if I notice burnout symptoms appearing? Baths. Spending time with family. I love going for walks. I've started walking with my children to church, and it's like 1.5 miles, but it's been really enjoyable and relaxing. We love to go fishing. I've noticed that when I go fishing, it's very mechanical and very therapeutic, and you don't think about anything except for what you're doing because it requires a lot of your attention, even though it's like mindless. So I really enjoy fishing and just spending time with my family.